Welcome to the Angerati studio here at European Utility Week. Something a bit special. We're here with the winners of the Overall Innovation Award, John and Laurent from ABB Ventyx. Tough for me to say, gentlemen, welcome to the studio and thank you for taking the time to be here.
Thanks, Adam.
And John, you're sort of the technical lead behind this whole thing. Can you just explain a little bit about what you did and what that then became?
So I think we're talking about the Outage Lifecycle Management. So and as I guess we've been recognised this year with the innovative side of that. And what it's really done is we've taken existing capabilities in products that we already have in the market. One of the challenges that our customers have always had is that they have to take them and get value out of them, integrate them, get the business workflows, all those things. But we're actually experts in this, so what we've done is we've taken them and bundled them together to basically ensure that they're getting great delivery of this solution. And what it is, Outage Lifecycle Management, we've taken our outage management tool, which basically connects to SCADA, DMS, all those things. So all that investment has been made in the technical side in the field of monitoring and telematics and those things. All that data now can actually be much more useful and actioned in real time. We've then integrated our outage management system with our workforce management system. So workflows that are specific to speeding the restoration of outages, be they planned or unplanned, or at least just having real information about them, is basically delivered as part of the standard capabilities of the solution. The last part being around the business analytics capability, and that is all this data is gathered. We want to make it so it's actionable, so that executives get to see what's going on in real time, and so that also customers can be notified, so that you can actually learn from these things, replaying what's going on, and actually plan more effectively for next time around. So it's a complete cycle of improvement, pre-integrated, which means that the time from making the decision to do this to actually getting deliverable benefits is faster and also more assured.
And there's a whole host of there's a whole chunk of time when in that integration work, which is typically, I mean, just give us an idea of how much time is being saved.
So a typical distribution utility this will be a multi-year program to do this if they're doing it themselves, because they've got to take various products. Usually, then an integrator that would actually bring these things together. They have to design the workflows, all these things. We've taken our knowledge, our experience in these things, working with our existing customers that have over the last 15 years bought these products standalone from the companies that used to be independent before Ventyx combined them together. And we basically can deliver this in a package that works end to end, so that they can basically do this in a much faster, more reliable, assured method. Now, I think we had a press release earlier this week around the CLK initiative in Turkey. So it's got a huge program of work that's being delivered. OLM is just part of it, but they know that by having that package that sort of sits in the middle of that they're going to have a very deliberate, effective delivery of that part of their program of work to change the way that they can deliver their service to their customers in Turkey.
And John, we're going to give you a break. Laurent, we're going to put you in. So again, when we were talking off air, you were giving me some figures that customers have seen, because that's the other thing. People watch this thing, they kind of go, well, that sounds great, but can you give me some real tangibles that I can put into and get my head around about what this solution can do for me?
So this solution really allows the DSOs to plan for planned and unplanned outage. So it's really OLM, the Outage Lifecycle Management solution is really a showcase of the IT/OT integration strategy of Ventyx, where we are allowing them to basically list all the different operations that needs to happen when there is an outage, and which resources, in which sequence. And so when it's happening, they can trigger a set of operation much quicker in an integrated fashion. So today these are all done by different solutions that don't really speak well together, or actually are hard to maintain and in order to communicate among themselves well. And We have one case with one of our clients where we have been able to measure up to 30% reduction in reaction time. So by the time the outage happens until it's restored and the service is restored to the customer, we can see, that's the name of the game, is to reduce that time so very efficiently, without of course increasing your operation cost. So with the same team on the ground, the same fleet of trucks, the same equipment, you are allowed to better plan the sequence of operation, direct the people directly where they need to go, direct them about what they need to do. We're speaking also about communication to the customer. You know, we need to inform them about what's happening and when it will be solved. And of course, we want to restore the network and have the service back to the customer as soon as possible.
And when you say things like this, and I'm going to ask a question that to me would be obvious, right? So you've got a customer that already has a solution that does, you know, there are 4 elements to it. This for that and that and that. You know, why would I get rid of all of that and replace it with this?
Yeah, actually we don't say you have to get rid of your solution. Today, outage management is not something new. So the DSOs are actually doing this, but they're doing this with tens of different systems that are not always well integrated. And they're hard to maintain and they're complex to maintain. So if you change one of the elements, you might have to reset your entire system. You have to invest quite a lot about reintegrating. So what are we offering here? We're actually offering the different module, the DMS, the service suite, the market analytics. These are 3 different modules that we're actually offering as point solution. But definitely there is a value of taking the integrated solution because you don't have this issue of communication and maintenance difficulties.
And John, can I bring you back in here and want to ask you the question, and you know, you kind of said it quite lightly. Oh, we integrated this and we integrated that and we did that, and here it is. You know, I am pretty sure it wasn't like that. You know,
no.
Yeah. Can you just go through? You know,
I can show you my scars.
Yeah, I bet you've got them. Yeah. Can you just tell us? You know, how did you do that, and sort of the challenges you had to overcome? Because I think that's an important point to put across. Because anybody who's embarking this needs to kind of know. And maybe learn from some of the things you can put out as well.
So I mean, this is a global problem, right? Now, there's many drivers and many challenges that differentiate a little bit by region. So, you know, Africa is a little bit different to the Middle East, to Europe, to the US, Australia, etc. But we've actually had these things in the market a long time. We've got customers that had actually done these integrations themselves, that recognise the value of working with us. And we sort of have, like, this is a part of our new product initiatives, right? We're actually working with our customers. They realise that we've got heavily invested in this. This is our specialty, this is our focus. And we've actually taken what they've been building into their processes on our products for the last decade or more. And we've now brought that into the current releases of these products and pre-integrated them. So the workflows, the things that our customers have developed over, you know, decades, right? Recognizing that they're the people doing it, we've been supporting them, but we can now package those things and others can take advantage of that. And you know, and we're taking some of our more mature markets, because the markets and the network development, the tools available are different globally as well. We've taken some of our more mature markets and we've basically taken that intelligence that they've built up and that knowledge they've built up, and we've productized it so that it can now be deployed into, you know, some of our current customers in Jamaica or in Turkey or in the US or in Africa, or South Africa. They're able to basically move forward very quickly to a best processes, right, which really saves, you know, decades of a slow, gradual shift in the way that they can manage this.
And all that trial and error, because you're saying that, hang on a minute, managing an outage, I would imagine, so again, correct me if I'm being too simplistic, has kind of technically got the same DNA wherever you are, and there must be an optimal way of handling that.
Yeah, there is, and this is around, you know, you're basically taking that data that's available, and the data levels vary depending on the maturity of the DNO themselves. But you're taking that data and we're making it so that it's simple to turn that into actionable intelligence, right? So it's that IT-OT convergence that's taking that investment and actually making it so that they're getting value out of it in real time in the way that they respond to the network and the conditions in the network. And that's for planned or unplanned outages. And what it means is that there is availability of service to their customers more effectively, and when it's not there, it's actually they're able to respond faster.
And do you have some sort of a ripple effect as well? So if you see an efficiency increase, because this industry is quite unique, you know, it's not like we're selling a commodity that, hang on, if there's an innovation in one area that, oh, I daren't pass it on to anybody else because they can enter my market. You know, if you find a new efficiency, is that then sort of automatically replicated across all the clients so that, you know, one process improvement in one area is having a direct effect across multiple sectors?
You hit the nail on the head with that, Adam. It's like part of the challenge in the past is when they'd buy these solutions or products from us individually or others individually, they might have uplift in one of those products, but in order to take advantage of it across the ecosystem, they've got to do more work. In this model, basically, when we make improvements in each of the discrete products that make this up, right, we then look at, well, how can that be brought to bear as a benefit across the solution, the OLM solution, and so they can then take get on board with the roadmap of OLM versus having to take the pain of doing those upgrades and the changes in process themselves as these features come available in the individual silos that you're talking about.
And Laurent, just briefly, can you tell us, this sounds so sensible, why has no one else done it before?
I think it's Ventyx is always striving of having the best of breed solution. So we had the best of breed point solution for these three elements. So what we combine is three great solution. I think it's, again, the issue has been dealt with. Outage management is something that we've been dealt with in the past. Here our solution allows to improve the service to the customer and at same cost or lower operational cost. So I guess it's pretty unique. Ventyx has been strong in that field. We had a different solution. Not many other players in that field had the three best of breed solution in order to integrate them. Usually our clients are using separate solution from different vendors. Here we were probably the only one on the market. So you kind of had
access to the guts of it all, things like that. So unfortunately we've come to the end of our time. Thank you for joining us. It's great insight, and congratulations on winning the award as well. Thank you. And thank you as well for watching.